Hi, I'm Rachel of Rachel Fine Art. Thank you for joining me today as we talk about this particular painting, Nighttime Discussions. Nighttime Discussions is 19 inches by 31 inches. And as you can tell, it's completely abstracted blue scale painting. I say blue scale knowing that part of the color palette that I used was a lot of Payne's Gray. Along with that, I used different shades of blue, as well as ivory to really soften and blend with some splashes of metallic silver bronze, which, as you know, if you don't know by now, you should, is one of my all-time favorite colors to paint with. As you can see throughout the painting, it's really muted with the grays and the darker blues, but there are pops of really vibrant blue and little touches of, like maybe you can see it in here, little soft blue, and give it a little bit more of a youthful touch to some of the darker colors. And the ivory just kind of makes light dance through the center of it. This piece was painted using the silicone wedge. I really enjoy using the silicone wedge to paint with. Like I said, this piece was painted entirely using one. And what it does is it gives me the ability to blend my darker colors into my softer colors without muddying them up too terribly. But the fun thing about it is it gives me the ability to make these big swirps and swerves and some fun texture throughout the piece. And it's like I said, if you know me, you know what I use. I will always have a silicone wedge on hand, and this one was painted solely using that alone. So the inspiration for this piece was brought on by a recent trip to Atlanta with a design firm that I get to work with. One of the ladies in the group kind of randomly threw out to me, why don't I kind of ditch the pinks and ditch the purples and go for a more neutral palette, something that the designers can actually incorporate into their designs in their new homes. So rather than kind of well up and be like, but I'm a floral painter, I took it to heart and I gave myself a challenge. The challenge was specifically to break away from some of the color palette that I've been so comfortable using and think more of the neutral colors, so the blues and the grays and the creams and ivories and those sorts of things, and see what I can come up with. So for me, this was kind of a lesson in my own discipline. I kind of affectionately dubbed the month of February Blue February, because most of the pieces that I produced during that time frame were a part of that personal challenge. And so anytime you see that, I'll call it the Blue February series, it will have come from that season where I purposed myself to think outside the box. And as an artist, as a person trying to grow in this field, I do that regularly, and I have a good time doing it. So this is what this is. If you like it, please give me some feedback. If there's some things on here that you have questions about or you would have done differently, please do not hesitate to bring it up and let's chat about it. I would love to know what you would have done differently. And also shoot me your comments. I'd love to know if you're even there watching me. Thank you for stopping by. If you like this video, please hit like. And if you really enjoy watching me and want to see more, please subscribe. I hope to see you soon.